Well, we were approached over the summer about being a part of the first ever outdoor game on the West Coast, and it was part of a 6-week long event at Raley Field. And the more I looked into it, the more I realized that this is a great opportunity, not only for hockey on the West Coast, but for the Stockton Heat to be the inaugural team to ever host an AHL game outdoors in the elements in California and on the West Coast.
When we had the conversation with Brian Burke in the summer to get his stamp of approval, the one requirement was that they had a natural rival. And if you follow the National Hockey League, there is no bigger rival than Edmonton and Calgary and the Battle of Alberta and all of that. And to have their two farm teams, it's kind of like the Battle of Alberta in California.
Well, at first it's how can we make this work, and a number of discussions internally and obviously with the Oilers in Bakersfield of from a scheduling standpoint and from a marketing standpoint, and what's the best way to make this work. And I think all parties involved were doing their best to try to make this a reality.
Early on, when we first got the rink set up, actually one of the chillers that keeps the ice frozen outside quit on us. Not sure if it was like a mechanical issue or an electrical issue or whatnot, but for whatever reason, chiller gave out. So for 3 or 4 days there, we had to close everything down, get a new chiller to replace the old one. And once we got that up and running, we kind of cruising from there. But early on, it was a little bit of a hiccup to get things started.
The coolest part about the outdoor game is the atmosphere and what you see around it. And there are very few ballparks, I think, in this country that you can see really cool stuff. I mean, if that was in a football field, we wouldn't be talking about what you could see in the background because you're probably just going to see seats. So I think with the baseball field, seeing the downtown Sacramento and that pyramid-looking building and the gold bridge in the background, it just added to the atmosphere of the actual game itself. It goes back to saying if you could go and redo that stadium series with the San Jose Sharks, you couldn't maybe have picked a better place than AT&T Park on the water in the Pacific Ocean. I mean, it's all about atmosphere, I think, for those games.
I lived in Elk Grove until I was 18 and before I went to college. And at nighttime when it's lit up and it's got the building behind it lights up as well, and especially the view from Raley Field, it's absolutely gorgeous to see the bridge out there past right field. And it was a cool experience to have it in the background of a hockey game.
I think the final practice and the final game was really important because it was going to be telling about what kind of game we were going to have against the Condors. In particular, the game, I thought, if things got a little physical, which it did actually on Wednesday night before the game, we'd go outdoors and perhaps maybe we see some more physical play. I thought perhaps the team that won on Wednesday, maybe the team that lost comes out with a little bit more motivation, has a better start on Friday. So I think it was imperative to see what kind of game we were going to have on Wednesday and the practices leading up to the game that eventually would take place on Saturday.
Actually, this event's pretty easy because we're outside and we're in California, so we don't really have to worry about the cold weather or the snow. So it's pretty much the temperature's pretty close to actually the same as what's in the arena. The room here is great. The clubhouse is nice. It's set up for both teams, and we're kind of in our own area, so we don't have to worry about the people, the media, kind of is over by the arena or by the rink, and we're kind of out in the outfield here. I'm excited for an outdoor game. I've never been involved with one. I played hockey outside when I was a kid in Ontario, but I've never been involved with an outdoor hockey game.
The locker rooms are cool, especially during the delay. We got to go underneath, and they had the batting cages set up, so me and a few of the guys got to take some cuts in there and it kind of killed some time before the rain. And even the next day, just to warm up, we took some cuts in there. So it was a really nice room, really good setup. So we're happy that they were able to give that up for us.
The players going on the slide, I think, was something that I don't know if I expected to see.
It was fun. I saw the slide right away when I saw the ice, and I just saw the slide, and I just said to myself, I want to try it. So it was a fun thing, and it was a good thing that they made for the event, so it was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. The whole setup, it was, I think, kind of laid out for the kids, but we were acting like kids ourselves.
Boys will be boys, and so when you tell the guys that they can slide down a slide, a pretty big slide too, they're going to take every chance and opportunity they have. But I'll tell you, I actually thought that our goaltending coach, Scott Guthrow, had more fun than any of the boys.
Well, it was a lot of fun to be there. I'm a big kid, the guys will tell you that, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and had to hurry up and get my gear on to get there for practice. So I was going to be late, but it was a lot of fun. It was a neat experience to be there for sure.
All of those things just add to the atmosphere of the event, and the fact that the guys got to do that kind of thing, along with all the skating and the hockey playing that they wanted to. You just saw them smile and genuinely have a really good time at the entire event leading up to the game on Saturday.
Well, we got there and we checked out the ice and everything, and everybody was pretty excited. And when we took the ice, it was a pretty cool feeling. I mean, just to be outdoors playing hockey in California was pretty cool experience. And we just got a feel for the ice and what to expect for the following night. And we kind of just got our legs under us and got some flow drills going and just prepared for the next day.
We chatted about some things just with the lighting and the boards and things like that and the ice conditions, but it was one of those things where you just got to control the controllables, and went out there and he played his game. I mean, he played a good game, and it takes a lot to bother Orts with stuff, but he responded well. And I mean, for him it was there was an adjustment at both ends for both goalies, so it's one of those things you just play through and make an adjustment with the lighting and with the fog on the glass. It was, I'm sure it wasn't ideal conditions, but I thought he handled it really well.
It's all about family, and to be able to ask your family, your wives, your girlfriends, the kids to come out and skate on the ice with the boys, it just means an awful lot, because it's an opportunity for you to give back to the family.
Obviously the family skate was a cool thing for the guys that had family and kids in town, and wives and girlfriends, so just the whole experience was a really cool thing.
But the practice day was really fun, just with the slides and being able to skate on the ice with family and friends, so that definitely added to the experience as well.
I think that was pretty cool for a lot of guys. Some of the guys brought their kids out and girlfriends and stuff, and for that to happen, it was pretty cool. They don't get an opportunity to skate with their kids or their family like that, so it was pretty neat.
A lot of people, I think, want to work, want to play pro, want to work in pros, want to coach pros, but in reality, it's a lot of work. That game was a lot of work, and there's a lot of preparation that goes into a game like that for everyone, the coaching staff, the players, everyone. And you know what? The families are the ones that suffer sometimes, because especially around the holidays, that's what you want to do, is spend time with your family. And it's a great opportunity for the team to give back to all the people that make a lot of sacrifices. It was just so important for them to all have fun, and it's an opportunity for them to kind of just pretend that they're not a professional athlete, and pretend once again that they're out on a pond in the middle of nowhere, Canada, and they're out there playing with their best friends and their best friends' kids. And I think that's ultimately why that was so special.